Part of my goal with conducting Parkinson's is to provide an opportunity for other musicians who are on the Parkinson's journey to share their stories. If you're a musician dealing with Parkinson's, I would love to speak with you. I think that when we share our stories, others will feel less alone. Today, my conversation is with Teresa Muir, a flute teacher and music educator who has been on the Parkinson's journey for more than 2 decades. Well, Teresa, I can't thank you enough. It's just so wonderful to meet you virtually.
Nice to meet you.
Talking with somebody who is on the journey, even though I get it, like all of our journeys are a little bit different. You know, we all are sort of unique, but I have found common threads, and it's been very comforting to me, that feeling that I'm not alone. And so I'm just so thrilled that your willingness to share your story, because I know so many people are gonna relate to it, and it's a real gift on your part to share your story with me today. And I'm really thrilled to talk to you.
Happy to be part of this.
Give us an idea of your professional background here as a musician.
Well, I knew day one of first grade that I wanted to be a teacher. And as soon as I started playing flute, I am the daughter of a flutist. My dad sent me into beginning band with a solid silver Haynes flute. So I had an advantage right from the beginning. And I knew I wanted to be a music teacher. And so I decided to teach band and orchestra and did that for 13 years. And then I switched to teaching privately. And so I started my own studio, as many as 80 students a week. And I was also teaching part-time beginning strings for the local school district. So teaching is my passion, and flute is my vestal to do that.
Were you were already teaching privately when you first started feeling some symptoms?
I was auditioning for a master's degree at DePaul, and playing in a lot of community orchestras and a lot of church gigs. And all of a sudden my fingers wouldn't fire. This was about 2004.
And when you say they wouldn't fire, what do you mean?
I was playing the Nutcracker, and you go to play that, and you just can't play the scale that you've played your whole life. The fingers wouldn't move the way they needed to. And I was misdiagnosed and finally went to Rush, downtown Chicago, and got a definitive Parkinson's diagnosis in 2011.
So wait a minute, you started in 2004 feeling something.
Yes.
And you said when it was misdiagnosed, what was it misdiagnosed as? What did they say? What did they think?
I'm trying to remember what they called it. It was another neurological, but they didn't think it was
Kind of
Parkinson's.
dystonia?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
And the medication instantly improved everything. So that's the way they can tell it's Parkinson's.
Right.
When the carbidopa-levodopa kicks in. And I stopped playing professionally when I was doing the Debussy Afternoon of the Faun, where the first flute does a run, the second flute picks it up, and the first flute comes back in again. And I was on that second flute part, and I just couldn't make it fit.
Yeah, that kind of slow fingers. Your fingers were moving. Not a tremor.
I started the tremor. That's what sent me to Rush.
Okay.
The tremor came much later.
Like how much later?
More like 2011.
So that's interesting. I'm very interested in that, in your journey, because that really resonates with me in terms of the fact that I'm still at the stage where I don't have the tremor.
To meet you, I wouldn't even think you had Parkinson's.
Well, again, I don't have the tremor yet, but this hand doesn't really.
When you have to do this, yeah.
We do there's no problem here, but this doesn't.
Oh,
It doesn't
interesting, because
really.
I can still do it.
Now, did the bradykinesia, did the what's the word we would look for, the fine motor skills, did they continue to deteriorate, or did they stay pretty consistently? How did that happen during that initial stage?
It kept slowing down over the years. I would play at funerals, and my husband would say, "You don't sound like you used to.
Yeah.
Were you nervous?" That's what people would think, that I was nervous because it sounded like that.
Oh,
And
interesting.
yeah. And so now I play big flutes because the parts don't go as fast.
Right. I've seen you with a what is that huge flute? What's that called?
That is a contrabass flute.
Wow.
And so you were talking with me when we were chatting about trying to time your pills. And so I have to think about when I need to be able to play or teach, timing the pill so that it kicks in on time and lasts long enough. So you're playing this clock game, and as you go through it, the pills don't last as long over time. So I started off with 5 hours of relief, and I'm now at more like 3.5 hours of relief.
And it's a carbidopa levodopa that you take every three and a
Yes,
half hours?
every 3.5 hours. Yeah. I also
Got it.
take pramipixole, which is the Cinemed. I believe that's the generic for that. And I take one to help me with the wiggling because it's really hard to play flute when you're wiggling.
Yeah. And now you take that only when you're about to play, or you take that consistently throughout the day?
Consistently daily, but you don't take those as much.
So you're on three different meds,
3 different meds.
all with a
I don't
different.
even I don't even know the name of the one that's for wiggling. It's like this long.
But you
It's
feel
the red pill.
but that really makes a difference. And now, when you take it, how long does it take before it kicks in? And are you able to time it such that you don't have off
Yeah,
periods? Or
I'm able to time that.
I am working out the whole timing thing, because the timing thing works great, except if you have a schedule that's not consistent and you have
Yes.
to be on at different times.
Yeah. Have you tried half pills?
No, I have not tried half pills.
That sometimes works really well. And
Like,
you can talk to your neurologist about it, of course.
yeah,
But she suggested that I do half pills when I needed that little extra in the morning.
right. Oh,
And
interesting.
yeah, and sometimes I have a half left at night that gets me through.
I also have begun sort of taking an extra pill about an hour before rehearsal, 45 minutes, an hour before rehearsal. The problem is that I still get a real negative effect. I get it shortens throughout the day, but after I take the pill, about 15 or 20 minutes afterwards, I have about 10 or 15 or 20 minutes of real uncomfortable out of itness, for lack of a better term, dizzy, a little bit dizzy, a little bit nausea.
I get a 30-second rush when mine kicks in. And I go into almost this total spaz, a wiggle. Uh, it usually happens when I'm drying my hair because that's the timing from when I've gotten up. And it happened in front of my doctor once, and she goes, "Oh, that's so cool," because she'd never seen that. And mine lasts literally 30 seconds. It's as the dopamine goes up into your system.
Wow.
Yeah. So mine isn't nausea, it's wiggle.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're all so different.
It's really true.
Have you tried anything for therapy?
Such as,
Rock steady boxing?
oh, we're talking right now at 9 o'clock in the morning because my rock steady class starts at 11:15.
Yeah. Mine's at noon, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah, yeah,
And I've
it's
been doing that for a long time. If that's been a lifesaver, my husband, if I skip class, he yells at me.
That's fantastic. That's really
Yeah.
great. How far away is it from you?
Oh, the one I'm in now is like 5 minutes.
It isn't wonderful though what I love about it is when you get there, it's like you're with family, you know?
Yeah, it's supportive.
100%. And that feeling of just having other people that, understand how you're doing.
A lot of it is attitude. I have a friend who put on Facebook that he has Parkinson's, so today is the best he's ever going to feel. And I yelled at him. I said, "What an attitude. You need to think more positively because you have to deal with this.
Right.
And you can only be hopeful that you will have a very well researched and funded disease and that they're going to find something that's going to do something other than mask our symptoms."
Right. Absolutely. One surprise for me in the whole experience is the connection of the level of my symptoms and my emotional state. Um,
But I find stress definitely affects my symptoms.
and so it just makes everything amplified, all your symptoms.
Yes. I'm to the point now where when my meds wear off, I get stuck.
What do you
Have you
mean?
heard about that? You try to take a step and you can't. And you have to be very careful that you don't fall. So you convince yourself, come on, brain, come on, foot. That's something that happens much later than where you are.
Right.
And that can cause stress just in itself because you're afraid you're going to fall.
Yeah.
And falls in later Parkinson's is definitely an issue.
Mm.
I have some friends who use walkers, some who use walking sticks. I built a house where I can grab onto things. The kitchen was laid out specifically for somebody with Parkinson's.
Really?
Yeah, so I can always reach a counter. Yeah, my architect was a genius.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you have performance anxiety when you play flute? And does that make any difference in your symptoms?
Not now that I'm doing the big flute.
Yeah. But when you were on the
On
you
the
know on the
regular
on the
flute,
regular flute,
you worried about messing up.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, because we're trained to be perfectionists.
Right.
And so any little thing that goes wrong drives you crazy when you're a musician. And so that's one of the reasons I stopped playing the C flute and piccolo.
So let me ask you something, and I've been asking everybody I've been having conversations with, when you have the opportunity to speak with somebody who's just starting the Parkinson's journey, what words of advice or words of wisdom might you share with them, or do you share with them?
I actually met someone who was just diagnosed at a concert, and I said to him, rock steady boxing, because that turned my life around. I was almost non-functional until I started hitting things. And that is the one therapy that's really worked for me. And when you think of being 16 years past diagnosis, and I'm still able to play flute, I'm still able to walk on my own. Uh, and I think it's the exercise. You have to keep moving or you lose it. And it's so easy to sit on the couch and play a computer game, and you can't let yourself. So that would be my advice.
Thank you so much. It's great to make this connection, and let's stay in touch for sure.
Yeah, stay healthy.
Thank you so much. Take care.